Today we're going with a brisket, throwing it on tonight. Should be ready for tomorrow, 4th of July. We're spending some time at the lake, so let's get this thing started, all right? I'm using 2 rubs I made, I made one, bought the other. I'm doing a 50-50 split. So I made this like espresso brisket rub. It's got coffee, salt, pepper, a couple other things. A solid brisket rub. And then I mixed it. Some of this in is Black and Tan by Fire and Smoke Society. It's a good looking rub, so I just mix them together. I'm gonna see how this works out. Okay, I already trimmed the majority of the fat and all the silver skin off the top. I'm leaving some fat on the bottom. Most of that's just gonna render out. And I do want to let everyone know too, this is actually my first ever brisket, first brisket I ever made. And I don't mean to toot my own horn or anything like that, but it really came out great. It was real juicy, super moist. Only complaint, if constructive criticism is always good. So my one complaint would be that it was a little bit too tender. Some of it didn't stay in full slices. When I cut it apart, it kind of split apart. It was just a little too tender. Parts of the point wanted to shred on me. With that said, it still came out great. I think the reason for that was I kind of had a challenge going about cooking this because I made it for the 4th of July and we spent the entire 4th at the lake. So I ended up smoking it the night before. It went for about 11 hours and I pulled it out in the morning and then drove to the lake. And it sat in the cooler the whole time. It ended up sitting there for about 6 to 7 hours. And I'm just guessing maybe that's why it came out a little more tender. In the future, I just won't let it sit for that long before I cut into it. And we'll see if that makes a difference. But overall, this thing came out great. I wish y'all could have tried it. It's been about 5 hours straight on the grill. Got a nice crust, nice bark forming on this thing. As you can still see, it's still pretty wiggly, still pretty juicy. I'm gonna go ahead and toss that bad boy on there. We're gonna wrap it up now. And sorry that there wasn't too much more finished content, but after sitting for about 6 or so hours, this was it. Came out great.
So that was good.
Yeah.